Yo, yo, yo. Welcome into the top of the bleachers. It is November 26th, 2024, and we are live. Today's show, we're going to talk a lot of football. We're going to do our SEC picks. We're going to do our NFL picks. We're going to do our top 12 playoff rankings and maybe any other stuff we want to talk about along the way just because. Before we start, though, be sure and hit that like and subscribe button for us. We really appreciate that. And join our Discord. We have invite is in the description, should be, and come hang out with us and chat and hang out.
You
And
you better be quick because it's starting to fill up. I think I saw 5 people in there the other day talking.
no, I'm gonna have to make me a robot friend to talk to, I think. But anyway, yeah, jump in there and join us. We do. There are other people that join, and people are slowly joining. But yeah, everybody get in there and let's build this up, and so we can all chat and talk.
And there's a category in there for everything. Like if you're a LSU fan, if you're a Kentucky fan, if you're a
Not anymore.
Not anymore. You took all
No,
that out.
I changed that now. When you join, you get access to a few channels. The team channels are once you're a member. I can make you a member. Everybody's a member. It doesn't mean anything. I make you a member after, but I got to weed out these scammers before I make members.
Okay.
And eventually, one day we're going to have different roles for everybody anyway. But once you get a member, you get access to the team chats. Right now, I only have the team chats of the ones that we are been using. And so if you want one added, I put a thing in the announcement there. If you want one there, at me. I'll add a team chat as we go that way. Because I didn't want to, because I added all the SEC ones, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then I was like, well, if it's a Purdue fan or a Michigan fan or something, right?
Maybe
and I was like, well, I don't want to make a chat. I don't want to make 362 chat.
Well, instead of this is just an idea. I don't know how the Discord thing works, but instead of doing team channels, why don't you just do conference channels like SEC, ACC, that kind of thing, and then they can fit in whatever they want under their conference.
I could do that too. I don't know. I don't know because I don't know. Maybe I don't know. That works too. I thought about that as well. I didn't know how to break it up exactly. And there's ways to filter all that stuff out so that when you get a certain role, like you only see this certain channel. I don't know how to do all that stuff. That's way more technical. There's a lot more rules and stuff, and like it would take a long time to set each person up individually. Like there's got to be a way where they click on something and it puts them in a role where that they only see that channel. You know what I mean? That would be ideal if I could figure out how to do that. So we'll see. But for now, if you join and you don't have a team chat and you want one, at me, at admin, whatever, hogballs, and I'll create one for you. No big deal.
Well, I want to go on the record right now by saying that this is not a political channel, YouTube. Okay. Just because I say Orange Man bad, I don't want to say his name because we'll get flagged. Just because I bring up the man doesn't mean that I'm supporting him or going against him. Instead of just flagging your videos, you should watch them and see what's in them. That's just my opinion. I mean,
yeah.
What the heck?
Yeah, we got flagged for one. Apparently, we were election advertising.
Apparently, Megyn Kelly can talk about politics all she wants, but I'm not even allowed to say the dude's name. Man, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. Anyway, we don't. I don't have a
blue sky
channel. I'm not even promoting. I'm not even promoting any political stuff on there. But
no, it's stupid. I brought him up. I said his name, and it got our little short flagged. What a bunch of
Anyway,
how was your Monday? I know we took Monday off. I was out on vacation. How was your Monday? You have a good weekend?
Bro, this has been the 2 longest days of my life, I feel like, waiting for vacation to start. Like, I had the weekend, I was like, "Oh, man, vacation's almost here." Like, I'm in vacation mode. And then you had to work 2 more days, and it's
Yeah.
just then today was it just it I had this thing to do, and it just kept dragging on and on and on and drug into the afternoon, and I was just like, "Man, tell you what, I can't wait to get out of here." So, it was a long 2 days. The weekend was good. Watched a lot of football, watched a lot of basketball, a lot of sports on. Uh, yeah. How was you made it home safe? How was the trip?
Man, I could probably do an hour on what we did. Uh,
Had a good
we
time,
went,
though.
had a great time. Drove a lot of back roads. I tried to stay off the interstate as much as possible. And let me tell you something. Texans are crazy, but at the same time, they got some things right, man. Like we hit this little toll road coming out of Waco, headed to Corpus Christi, and we
Mhm.
went. I was like, Lace was like, "This is a toll road," and I said, "That's all right. I don't care. It's the fastest way. Let's do it." So we took off. We went through the first little toll thing and got on the road, and 85 mile an hour, 85.
Yeah.
And ain't a person out there driving doing 85. I was the only one doing 85 mile an hour. Everybody else is doing 90, 95, 100. Little
Oh,
2 lane
man.
roads going through towns. Like you be running 85 and you get to this little, it looked like a town. Like instinctively, I wanted to hit the brake and slow down because we're coming into a town. Now, we do want you to drop your speed. Now go from 85 to 75 while you're going through here. Like, yeah, because that's going to matter when you run somebody over. Saw a woman.
Wow.
We were coming down this back road,
Mhm.
and I saw this woman had her flash. I didn't know it was a woman until we got up on it, but there was a car on the left side of the road had its flashers on. There was a truck on the right side of the road had his flashers on, and it looked like there was a dead body laying over in front of the car. And I was like, oh my gosh, she hit somebody. Doing 85 down through here, she hit somebody. No, she had a 350-pound hog had run out in front of her car
Mm.
and just annihilated the front of her car. And the pickup truck had run over a piglet that was
Mm.
with mom or whatever. So the piglet's laying over, and I was like, "Did you see the size of that?" So for the rest of the trip, now I'm worried that there's going to be a hog run out in front of me. I'm used to worrying about deer, but a hog? Holy crap, dude!
Yeah. That's crazy. 3
That is
that's
nuts.
that's a big hog, too.
Got down to Corpus Christi. We spent a day in Waco, and then we went down to Corpus Christi. Went to the beach for a day. I laid on the beach and napped all day long, and then got up and went back to the hotel room, and I was exhausted. I'm like, why am I so tired? This makes no sense whatsoever.
The
But
sun's
yeah, it
at
was
you.
like it was like me, Lacey, and probably I don't know 14 other people on a 3 mile stretch of beach. So there was like nobody around, all by ourselves.
There you
Waded
go.
out to the water in the water about mid calf. That's about as deep as I go, mid calf. That stuff that ocean was cold, man. That was cold.
Uh, yeah, no, I told you that's surprising. I thought it'd be warm down there, but
But in true Razorback form, we drive to Waco on Friday. Hogs play on Friday. Get to Waco just in time to check into the hotel room, watch the Hogs play basketball.
there you go.
And then they played the night that we were traveling home. And it's a 10-hour trip home. I told Lace it'll take 12 hours. She said, well, Google says only 10. I said, are you going to hold your pee for 10 hours? I said, it'll take
Mhm.
12 hours to get home.
Yeah.
Plus, we had to go through Houston, and I know what Houston is like.
Mhm.
So, sure enough, man, 12 hours, boom. But I left the hotel at the exact time I needed to that I got home for tip off for the Razorback game. So I got to watch both Razorback games. I got to listen to, because of the streaming, I got to listen to the football game. Uh, I forgot this is this is how much I've moved on from the football team. I had forgot they were playing and what time they were playing. And I was like, oh, the Hogs are playing. I turn on the stream and it's almost halftime and it's still 0-0. And I was like, oh my gosh, we're going to lose to Law Tech.
Wow.
We are going to lose the Law. And then we started second half, we put some
Yeah.
points on the board and everything. But I was like, if we lose the Law Tech, there's no way they're keeping Sam. Sam's goner before he even gets down the tunnel. We lose the Law Tech.
Yeah, it was not impressive. Was not impressive for sure.
Let me ask you this. Have we had a game this year where you were impressed?
UAPB.
I knew that's the one you were going to say, dude.
10 for 10 on offensive drives, man. Yeah. That was the top of the mountain right there. Yeah.
See, and I think the scheduling might change a little bit, man. I got to thinking about that today when I was going through college football and the teams that played, this week and everything. And I was like, they may have to start scheduling better teams for their late in the season. Because if you're somebody like Alabama and you're sitting 8-3, and then your last game of the year is against UTEP or somebody like that, that's not going to help you out any as far as the college football playoff. But if you were to schedule somebody like Texas Tech or somebody like that, an actual Power 5 team for late in the season, and you were struggling, that might actually help you out a little bit. These games against UTEP and UMass, those don't help you out any.
Well, they're probably thinking we'll be 7-0 and just coast these last two games.
I'm sure they did, but I think you might see scheduling change a little bit. I think you might see some bigger schools get some of those later ball games.
There's still there's still a couple games this week that people need to win. So there are some cream puffs though, but there's more. Anyway, so you're home, got to see the games, all good, back in the saddle again. You're still off though, right? You're on vacation for a few more days, right?
I am off until December 3rd, so I got to go back next Tuesday, a week from today. I got to go back.
Okay, boom.
Yeah.
You got a while
unless I hit the lottery between now and then I ain't going back.
Okay.
I'm going to do this for the rest of my life.
All right, well, let's talk about some NFL because this was what happened over the weekend.
Yes, let's just start with the Thursday night game. What the hell, Pittsburgh? What the hell?
Blame it on the snow. Blame it on
Cleveland? Really? You play ball in Pittsburgh. You can't blame it on the snow. You cannot blame it on the snow.
I know.
That was wild, though. It got It wasn't really collecting that much on the field or whatever, but man, it was coming down. Dude, it was coming down.
That was awesome.
It was awesome. It's cool to see games like that every once in a while.
And then Chicago gave one up, man. They should have won that game. Daggum them.
I think it's surprising that the Bills, Pittsburgh, Green Bay, Cleveland, all those northern teams decided to build stadiums outdoors. It's like, really? Yeah. All these stadiums going up that have roofs and retractable roofs and all this stuff, and y'all going to play outside. Yeah,
home field advantage, right?
I guess it is.
I don't know. You got to play in it too.
Minnesota wins in overtime with a field goal, man. Chicago tried everything they could to win that ball game, just could not pull it out. Detroit stomps Indianapolis. The 1 week I don't take the Cowboys, they end up winning. I noticed you highlighted that one again. I appreciate that. So
that's because I'm signed into ESPN and my favorites are highlighted. So
the thing about that Dallas-Washington game is it was special teams. Special teams ended up winning the game for the Dallas Cowboys. It wasn't their offense. It wasn't their defense. It was their special teams. Ran a ran a kickoff back for a touchdown, and then ended up picking up that onside kick and running it for a touchdown. So kudos to the hands team. Kudos.
Yeah, I know, man. The Cowboys. I can't believe they pulled that out. When I watched after I watched the first quarter,
Yeah.
I was like, same old Cowboys. They stink. They're fixing to stink up this place, and then they just like just kept hanging around, and it was close, 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 close.
Well, we get back from the beach. I get in the hotel room and I'm like, oh, hey, Cowboys are playing. Let's see how they're doing. And I flip over there and I'm expecting, 40-3 or something like that. I flip over just in time to see that they're onside kicking. And I was like, are you kidding me? This has come down to they're onside kicking. And then the guy picked it up, scored a touchdown. I was like, oh, that's awesome. The 1 week
Yeah.
I don't take them. A 1 week.
Yeah, well,
And I do believe I counted up my wins, and I believe that if I would have taken the Cowboys like I normally do, I'd have been in the tiebreaker. I'd have been in the running for the money, man.
no, really?
Yeah.
Dang.
Well, the winner only had 9 wins, so this was the week to win it, man.
Well, apparently I had a rough week. I didn't think I had that rough a week.
Well, I know you took Chicago, and they got beat.
Oh, I didn't tally up our picks yet here.
Yeah.
Let's tally them up right quick. Let
All
me
right.
see here. So I usually mark these here. Hang on.
Right now,
Steelers did not win, so that's
but I had the
bad mark.
Steelers. I had the Steelers in that one.
Washington did not win. We both picked Washington.
Yeah, I've decided if this is what it takes for the Cowboys to win, I ain't picking them for the rest of the year. They just
Chicago won or lost. I mean, Detroit won. Dolphins won. Did the Bucks win?
Bucks did win.
Chiefs won. Texans.
I do believe the Texans beat Tennessee. I'm not sure about that. Yeah, they did.
No, they did not.
No, they did not. Tennessee won.
Yeah.
How'd that happen?
Oh no. Broncos won. 49ers or Packers? Oh, Packers won. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Seahawks or Cardinals? Seahawks won that one.
Seahawks won that one.
Rams or Eagles? Eagles won that, right?
Yeah.
And then Ravens, Chargers.
Yeah.
Baltimore.
Yeah. How'd we end up doing?
All right. So there was let's see, 13 games. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wrong. So that is 8 and 5.
Yeah. See, you needed one more win. You'd have been
2, 3. 5. You got 6 wrong. So you went 7 and 6.
So I should have chose Dallas. And then I probably should have went with the Ravens instead of the Chargers.
Probably.
Yeah, well.
Oh well.
That's why I'm a mailman for a living, and I'm not a professional gambler.
Yeah. So let's see here. Let me see what my 123 and 56, and you are 99 and 80.
Dadgum, I'm almost running 500. That's terrible.
All right. Anyway, yeah, not much else this week. Not surprised, but much else there. I thought Baltimore, I picked them, so I thought they'd win. Denver looked pretty good again. Bo Nix still looking pretty good. Kansas City barely won.
That's every game Kansas City plays, man. Every game Kansas City plays, they barely win.
They always win, though.
Not always. They're 9-1.
They are 9-1. All right, so let's do our NFL picks for this week.
Okay.
All right, first up, the third. Well, we got a few games on Thursday, I believe. So this is the first one.
Yeah, this is going to be awesome. I think there are 2 games on Thursday.
I think there's three. There's
Or is there
three.
3?
Yeah, I
Well,
believe
I
so.
know the Razorbacks play basketball somewhere in there too. So this Thanksgiving Day is going to be awesome as far as sports go.
It's gonna be a good day. I hope so. So up first, Chicago at Detroit. Detroit is 10-1, and gonna probably beat the brakes off the Bears. So I'm taking the Lions.
I'm going to take the Lions too.
No,
Hard to pick against a 10-1 team, man.
yeah, that's gonna be tough for the Bears right there.
Well, they're 0-4 on the road, so I
And then
imagine they'll be 0-5 after this week.
yeah, probably so. And then the second game you got there is New York Giants at the Dallas Cowboys.
All right. I said I was going to pick against the Cowboys, but I didn't realize they played the Giants this week. Give me the Cowboys.
I'll take the Cowboys too. Poor Giants. Daniel Jones out on the street, man. He's out on the street now.
Yeah.
Don't let him go.
I saw
And
old
then,
Minshew for the Raiders. He like broke his collarbone or something. He's out.
yep, broke his collarbone, done for the
Oh, I
year.
was going to bring up that San Fran game. Like you took San Fran, and then it turns out Brock Purdy didn't play. So and so
I
didn't
know.
play. It's like 5 of their starters didn't play, and I'm like,
I
oh man.
know. I freaking bet on him, and then about halfway through the first quarter, like, Brandon Allen's going to start at quarterback, and Bosa's out, and I was like, what?
First
Dang.
series, I was rooting for the other team. I can't remember who they were playing now, but I was rooting for the other team, and they said Brandon Allen was starting, and I was like, Brandon Allen. Hey man, I might root for San Fran, and then his first series he fumbled, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm not."
Yeah, I'll take the Cowboys in this one, even though this is a trash can game there.
Yeah.
Dolphins
Ooh, this is a
at
good game.
Packers. Yeah, the Dolphins playing much better than their record. Of course they lost some while Tua was out. So
Is this one of the Thursday games?
it is. This is the Thursday night game. Yeah, 7:20.
Sweet. I think I'll take Green Bay at home, man.
Take Green Bay.
I think I'll take Green Bay at home.
I think I will. Wonder what the weather's gonna be like.
It's Lambeau. It's gonna be cold.
Probably because it'll be buck cold here.
It'll be buck cold, man. I don't know if it'll be snowing or not, but it's gonna be cold. I guarantee it.
Man, I'm taking the Dolphins.
All right, cool.
I think I'll take them. Yep.
All right.
Of course, I bet against Green Bay almost every week, and look, they're 8-3. What's that tell you? So,
Now, what's really crazy is you own a Green Bay hat, rooted for them for a long time, and then you decided to change teams, and they got good.
yeah. Well, go figure. They can kiss my rear end, though. All right, then you got Friday. We got some games. So you got Raiders at the Chiefs. Of course, Chiefs. Taking the Chiefs in this one.
Yeah, I'll take the Chiefs.
Poor lonely Raiders.
Who's going to quarterback for them now that Minshew's out?
Well, rumor is there's an ex-Giants quarterback on the street, and just looking for somewhere to play.
You talking about Eli Manning?
No, no, no. I talk about Daniel Jones.
I thought you said a quarterback.
Yeah, no, I don't know. Aiden O'Connell was the backup, and then I don't know. I don't know what their deal is right now. I thought
If you pick up, if you're the Raiders and you go pick up Daniel Jones, don't you have to pick up that huge contract with it?
No, they cut him.
Oh, he's actually been cut.
Yeah, they released him out into the
Really?
street. Yeah.
I would love to see Daniel Jones pull a Sam Darnold and go somewhere else and be good. I think that would be hilarious.
That would be funny. Yeah. Anyway, I'm taking the Chiefs in that one.
Yeah, I got the Chiefs.
Raiders stink. Chargers and the Falcons. Yeah, here's an interesting one.
This
Falcons
is
at
a tough
home.
ball game, man. Falcons are at home.
Yep,
The problem with the Falcons is you don't know what team you're going to get.
it's true.
Like, I mean, they looked really good for about 3 or 4 games right there at the beginning of the season, or just a couple of games into the season.
Yeah.
And their last couple ball games, they have not looked that good.
Mm-mm. The Chargers have been pretty consistently good too. They lost this last week, but it was like by 3, I think.
No, they lost by more than that, but
Did they?
and it wasn't even as close as the score predicts, because Chargers ended up scoring with like a minute 27 left on the clock, and the game was already out of reach.
Boo.
So,
Well, still, I
because
like their
thought,
vibe.
yeah, because I thought Monday night, man, I was hoping we would get. I don't care who won the ball game between the. I mean, I had the Chargers picked, but I didn't really care who won. But I was wanting a ball game. I was wanting like a last drive to win it kind of ball game, and instead it didn't turn into that. So, boo, 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 boo,
boo. All right. Well, in this game, I am going to take the Chargers.
All right. I'm way behind you, so I'm going to take the Falcons.
Taking the Falcons.
They're at home too. I like Falcons at home.
You never know.
They're a much better team at home than they are on the road.
All right. Then we got, so we're on to Sunday now.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. Steelers and Bengals. Oof. Them more Bengals, man. Bengals always play good enough to win, but they just don't win.
Yeah, but after losing to the Browns, I just don't. Now I've lost a little bit of confidence in the Steelers, to tell you the truth, man. And they got to go on the road again.
Yeah.
It was nice seeing Fields get into the ball game and actually contributing a little bit.
This is interesting.
Man, I don't do it very often. I don't go against Mike Tomlin very often. But Bengals are due. Bengals are way overdue.
Are you taking the Bengals?
I don't know.
I think I'm going to take the Steelers. I think they're going to bounce back this week. In Cincinnati, I know Burrow's had a good year and all that, but they're not that good.
I'm telling you that if you were to reverse his wins and losses, if he was 7 wins and 4 losses, they would be talking about him in the MVP candidate race. But his numbers he's at the top of the list on everything. Number one, QBR, completions, interceptions, all that. He's like top of the list. And his team just cannot win. So, dang it, man. I'm going to take the Bengals. I'm going to take the Bengals.
Okay. I'm taking the Steelers. I think they get it done this week. All right. Then we got Arizona at Minnesota.
Yeah.
I believe I'll take the Vikings in this one.
Yeah, give me the Vikings. I like the way they're playing.
Arizona was hot there for a little. They run off like 4 in a row, I think, and then
I think Sam Darnold should be comeback player of the year. I think probably the only quarterback that might challenge him for comeback player of the year would be Russell Wilson, after the year he had with the Broncos and the year he's having with the Steelers. But I still say Sam Darnold. I mean, 9-2. I mean, couldn't do nothing with the Jets. Of course, Aaron Rodgers can't do nothing with the Jets either. So
no,
I think that says more about the Jets than it does about the quarterbacks. But whatever.
He looked okay at Carolina at times. I think he got hurt, and then Baker was there. He had to compete against Baker, and he kind of got beat out a little bit. Yeah, Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold, man.
Anyway, and then we got Indianapolis at New England.
Mm.
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 Trash cans. A couple trash cans right here.
Couple of trash cans, but actually could be a pretty good ball game. When two trash cans face each other, you usually get a pretty good competitive ball game. So this could actually be a pretty good game.
Could be.
Patriots are 1-4 at home. Colts are 2-4 away. That doesn't give me a little much confidence in either one of them.
No, Colts been up and down. Patriots have stunk. Like they started off good at the remember at the beginning of the year. We were like, man, we thought the Patriots were going to stink, and they're actually okay. Well, they actually stunk.
I think they started off the year against Cleveland like the
Fake
Cowboys
news.
did.
Yeah, some fake news going
And
on.
at the beginning of the year, you can't. It's so hard to tell who's going to be good because at the beginning of the year, I thought the Saints were going to be world beaters.
Yeah, that too.
Saints suck. It's hard. The first probably the first 5 weeks of NFL football is the toughest weeks to pick.
It is. It is. Still, you kind of figure out who's who and who's playing what. I'm going to take the Colts in this one. I believe New England they're a bigger trash can.
I'm with the Colts too. I don't really have faith in either one of these teams, so I'm just going with the better record. So I'm gonna go with the Colts.
Yeah, Colts. And we got the Seahawks at the Jets.
Yeah, about you talk about a New York quarterback that needs to be let go. I got one in mind.
They're discussing it. I saw a thing. They're talking about maybe benching him, putting him on IR for the rest of the year, and then letting him go. Another name that has come up with the Raiders.
Let him go. Let him go. Would that not be hilarious? Devontae comes to the Jets and he ends up going to the Raiders. That'd be freaking hilarious, dude. Be freaking hilarious.
That would be funny. Yeah, give me the Seahawks in this one.
Jets I'll take the chickens, man. Give me the chickens.
All right. Yeah, man. Jets are just horrible. Then we got the Titans at Washington. Man, Washington 7-5. Their records, they're better than that, man.
They're 7-5, but they're still sitting top of their or close to top of their division, so I wouldn't worry about it too much.
Yeah, I'm taking Washington in this one. They're going to bounce back.
I'm done with the Titans. Give me the Commanders. I give a crap less about the Titans, man. They've hurt me so many times this year. I ain't going that way again. Ain't having it.
Titans and the Jags, man.
They're gonna have to play somebody like the Jags before I would take the Titans. They would have to play like the Jags or New York Giants or somebody like that.
All right, then let's see who we got next. Texans at the Jags. Speaking of the Jags,
take the Texans.
Give me the Texans. Jags, man. That's so disappointing, man. What a disappointing year, bro. Such high hopes for them.
That made one of us.
They did good last year.
I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know what to tell you. I haven't liked that kid since he played at Clemson. I don't know what to tell you, man.
He's a good Christian boy now.
I'm not saying I wouldn't hang out with the guy or anything like that.
I'm just kidding. I'm just playing with you.
I'm just saying that,
the Rams at the Saints. No trash can bowl, man. That gum. Man.
Rams are a lot like the Bengals.
They are.
They are a lot. Stafford's playing well. the team plays good. They just can't win any ball games. It's like I don't know.
Defense is a
It was
problem.
only it was only what 2 years ago they won the Super Bowl. 2-3 years ago they won
Yeah,
Super Bowl.
yeah, something like that. Yeah, yeah. They're not the same team as that anymore, though.
Well, no, they're not. They were built for a Super Bowl run, and then when they won the Super Bowl, they had a couple guys retire and other guys move on, and they're just not the same team.
Dude, UConn is in a battle here, bro.
I'm gonna take the Saints in this one, man. You watching UConn? I'm watching Texas A&M and Oregon right now.
Yeah, UConn's up by 3 with a little over a minute left. They just scored though. They weren't only up by 1.
What channel
Uh,
are you on?
ESPN2, I think. Anyway, yeah, I'm taking the Saints in this one as well. Just I think at home and the Rams. Man, I don't know about this one actually. Yeah, give me the Saints. I'll take the Saints too. You taking the Saints as well? Next up, Tampa Bay at Carolina. Man, these teams suck. What in the world?
Tampa Bay don't suck, man.
Man, they
Ta-
all suck, bro.
Tampa Bay is actually a pretty good team. They don't have. Well, they went through a period there where Mike Evans was on the bench along with a bunch of their receivers. I don't know if he's
Mm.
back yet or not. Uh,
Yeah, I'll take the Bucks in this one. Panthers. Although Bryce played pretty well the other day, they almost beat the Chiefs. For goodness sakes.
for
Uh,
goodness sakes.
but yeah, give me the Bucks. I'm sure you're taking the Bucks as well, right?
Yeah, give me Baker.
Ooh, Eagles at the Ravens. At Ravens at home, man. This is a big game here.
I know the Eagles are 9-2, but they don't look like the same team from last year, man. Barkley's helped them out a lot. So you're going to have Barkley against Henry. This is
The man ran for 255 yards this weekend.
Which one?
Barkley.
Henry had a good game too. He was up over 100.
They're talking Barkley MVP.
No way.
They are. That's what they're
way.
saying. They put that jump, that jump backwards move. They put that in the video game, bro.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. Now you can do that in the game. Ain't that crazy?
That's the worst thing that can happen to you as a player is that you end up making the cover of the Madden game.
Well, dadgummit, I picked the Ravens to win the Super Bowl at the beginning of the season. And the Eagles are playing pretty darn good.
Yeah.
Man, I think I'm going to take the Ravens at home.
All right. Well, dadgummit, I didn't choose Baltimore to win the Super Bowl, but I hate the Eagles. So I took the Ravens in this ball game.
Okay. Just based off of hatred.
Totally off of hatred, man. This is totally off what I want to see. Not necessarily what will happen, but what I want to see.
Well, I just think the Ravens need this one a little more. Eagles are playing good, though, man. They're playing really good.
They're all right.
Then you got your Sunday night game, I guess this is. 49ers at the Bills. Give me the Bills.
You talk about a disappointing season. 49ers have had a disappointing season.
No kidding, man. Pitiful.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Bills in this one, man.
I'm taking the Bills as well. And then the last game, Monday night game, Browns at the Broncos. Give me the Broncos. Oh my gosh. So many trash can games, bro. I pick all these games like I know I'm going to get them all right. And then like some of these teams win. And I'm like, how the heck did so-and-so beat so-and-so?
Yeah. Yeah, I got the give me Bo Nix in this one. I'll take the Broncos.
All
Um,
right.
I know the Browns beat the Steelers, but even a blind squirrel finds a nut every once in a while. So
All right. Well, that's it for our NFL or our NFL picks.
I got a question for you about.
Oh, here you go. Bryson agrees with you. There you go. Trevor Lawrence is mid. He's mid.
I don't.
I like the kid. I think. I mean, I don't know. He's definitely not as good as I thought he was. I'll give you that. He sucks this year. So
Well, Trevor. I don't think Trevor. I don't think Trevor is. I don't. I don't think he's a top 10 quarterback. So yeah, he's probably mid. It's hard for me to agree with somebody who has a dolphin symbol. Okay. Yes, I kind of agree with that. Now, it might be a situation where if Trevor was to go like a Sam Darnold situation, if he was to go to the right team and everything, you might see a totally different side of Trevor right now. But he doesn't make, or this year, he has not made good decisions. Uh, the team around him hasn't performed. His defense has been pretty much non existent this year. And
yeah,
it's hard to win ball games like that. It is so hard to win ball games like that. That's part of Joe Cool's problem this year is he's putting up the numbers and his defense is not keeping the opponent out of the end zone.
yep.
It's hard to win games like that.
All right. Well, there's our NFL picks. We're gonna switch gears into college football.
College.
Put your college football hat on now.
Dude, college football was it
Crazy.
sucked this week, man. I
It
mean,
was what? It's crazy.
I mean,
Look at all these
it did.
upsets.
No. Don't get. It was awesome as far as upsets and ball games. It sucked as far as like the teams I was rooting for. They got their butts handed to them, man. Army 49-14 against Notre Dame. I mean, come on. What is going on
Exposed.
there,
They call that being exposed, bro.
man? Were
That's when
they
you don't
ever?
play anybody all year, and then you finally play somebody, and you get exposed. That's what happened.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what I was hoping would happen to Notre Dame, not Army. I was hoping Notre Dame would get exposed in this ball game, but they did not.
No.
I was happy to see Kansas beat Colorado. Oh, come on. If you didn't like that, you're a Colorado fan. That's the only way you didn't like that. Okay?
I don't know. Prime's got his fans, man.
Yeah. Uh
Yep.
My Sun Devils upset BYU for the second week in a row. I like that.
Yep.
Ole Miss
Yeah.
goes down to the swamp and gets gator bit. What the hell happened there, Kiffin?
Oh,
Whiffing Kiffin.
Whiffing Kiffin, man.
My youth pastor at church, he's an Ole Miss fan, and he was telling me, he's like, this is not a done deal. This is everybody's getting high on Ole Miss. This is not a done deal, and he was right. They went down there and blew it against the Gators.
Yeah. And who's laughing at who now, buddy? When I picked them Oklahoma Sooners, and you just laughed at me, and I said, no.
Well, I don't think I laughed that hard.
Sooner magic,
Okay?
baby.
I think I was laughing more at the fact that you're always criticizing me for being a homer, and then you turn around and do it. But I was glad to see Alabama get beat. What I don't understand, and maybe an Alabama fan can explain this to me. I think we have an Alabama fan that gets in the Discord every once in a while. I'd like that. I'd like this question answered right here. How many times does Alabama have to get beat to fall out of the top 25? 5, 6 times? How many times does Alabama have to get beat to fall out of the top 25?
I don't know, man. Tell you, man, it's Alabama. Just because they lost don't mean they're not good.
Yeah. I say that about the Razorbacks all the time. Every year I say that about the Razorbacks.
Yeah. A little bias there. I think I got a poll for you, I think. Oh, no. Wait a minute. Hang on.
And
We
then
done on here about last week.
no, and then Indiana. Indiana, what are you doing to me, man?
Yeah.
Come on. You talk about getting exposed. 10-0, you walk in there. OSU, how are you going to beat Oregon? You can't beat Oregon if you can't beat OSU. You
Mm.
might as well just go ahead and go to a good bowl. You don't need to go to the playoff. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't even think they're gonna get to go, man. It's gonna end up being Ohio State and Oregon playing for it. I think, depending on how
Well,
this last week
uh,
goes.
you might, I don't
We
know.
can pray. Hey, if
There's
Michigan
a
upsets Ohio State this weekend, hey,
I see a couple scenarios where Indiana might get in. I see a couple of scenarios where Indiana might get in. If Ohio State goes to the championship game and gets beat by Oregon again, that'll be twice that Ohio State's been beat by the same team. Okay.
mm,
I could see Indiana, not saying Ohio State won't get to go, but I could definitely see them sliding Indiana in.
yeah, we'll see how it plays out.
And then,
Yeah.
last but not least, I want to make sure because I'm sure he took the time to take all the credit, but Hugh Freeze goes down and beats Texas A&M. Just want to give a little shout out to Hugh Freeze. He had a week where he didn't have to throw his quarterback under the bus. Good job, Hugh. Good job.
I can't believe they won that game, man. You see Elko talking at his press conference, like I think it was before the game or something. He said Freudian slip. He said, "Yeah, we're only focused on Texas." And then I mean, and then changed it. They were already thinking about Texas, bro. They were already moved on. They thought they were just going to walk right over Auburn, and Auburn said hello. And man,
Well,
they
Texas,
A&M
yeah, Texas A&M. I don't know, man. I don't know.
laid an egg, man.
They probably knocked themselves out of it. Ole Miss probably knocked themselves out of it.
Yeah, very possible. And then
I
you got
feel like Alabama should be out of it, but they get so much freaking love that I
I
don't
know.
even know with 3 losses if Alabama might end up making the 12 just off the name Alabama. It makes me sick to my stomach is what it makes.
I know. I know, man. We'll see. And then moving on to this next week, we got some big games to look forward to. It's outside of the SEC. It's rivalry week, by the way, if you didn't know that. So we got Michigan, Ohio State. You got South Carolina, Clemson, Notre Dame, USC, Florida, Florida State, Georgia Tech, Auburn, Alabama. So it's rivalry week for a lot of these teams. So here's some games to look forward to. A couple of these SEC teams are on here, but
Okay, so I would like to see OSU beat Colorado. I'd like to see Michigan beat Ohio State. I'd like to see Notre Dame get beat by uh, USC, or that would be sweet.
why don't you just say I want the underdog to win every one of these games?
Well, because it's not exactly true. Like uh, the SEC games, like I'd like to see South Carolina beat Clemson. I don't think South Carolina's lower, but I don't really consider them an underdog. They've been playing really good football lately.
Mm. They
State
could really,
State and Ole Miss, come on, man. Ole Miss should roll right over them.
Carolina could really mess up Clemson's college football playoff hopes right here too.
Yeah, they could. They could big time. I would. I am a fan of the underdog. I am a fan of the underdog. I always am. I think it makes football better when the underdog wins. I think it makes, I think it makes everything better when the underdog wins.
Yeah,
Seeing Auburn follow up that Texas A&M win, finish off the season strong, and give Alabama their 4th loss, they'd still be in the top 25. But it would be sweet to see.
yep.
I don't think Auburn can do it, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. That's why they play the game, man. That's why
That
they
is
play
why.
the game.
And I had a coach that he'd always say, he said, that ball ain't round. It ain't perfectly round. It's going to bounces all different types of ways, man. There's no telling what's going to happen when you get out there and it's time to play. So,
True that.
and
All
then
right.
Cal had a saying the other night that I think fits well in just about any sport, and it's respect every team, but fear none. Like if you're Auburn and you're going into Alabama, you need to respect the fact that you're going into Alabama, but you can't be scared of them. You got to
Uh,
go out there and play like you're just as good as them or even better. That's got to be your mentality when you go out on the field.
yep.
And sometimes it's hard to do, especially if Alabama comes out and puts 2 quick touchdowns on you or something like that. It's hard to keep that mentality.
Yep. For sure. All right. Well, let's get into our SEC picks.
Okay.
All
All
right.
right. Okay.
So first game up. See, we've got Mississippi State at Ole Miss. Another rivalry game here.
Yeah,
Or
I'll take Ole Miss in this one. Poor Mississippi State.
yeah, no,
They just 0-7. They're going to end up finishing the year with not one SEC win this year.
it's not looking good. It's not looking good. But you never know. Ole Miss may gave up.
I don't think so. I think Ole Miss has still got. I mean, they got an outside chance at the playoffs. There's got to be. They need some help. You know, they need some other teams to lose and stuff. But you got to.
Yep.
You can't worry about those other teams. You got to take care of your business, get your business taken care of, and then worry about what the other teams did.
Yep. Battle for the golden egg.
And 9-3, dude. I'd be
That's good.
dancing. I'd be dancing a jig if Arkansas could go 9-3, dude.
That's a good year right there.
That is a good year.
All right. Next up, we got Georgia Tech at Georgia.
Georgia Tech's a good ball team.
They are good.
They run the ball a lot. That's mainly what they run the option. They run the RPO. They run the ball a lot, and I don't think they can do it against Georgia. That front of Georgia's is just too tough. If they were playing somebody like LSU, I might give Georgia Tech a chance because LSU's terrible at stopping the run.
Yep.
But Georgia, man, they are just so stout up front. I just don't see Georgia Tech. They're going to have to throw the ball, and it's not their strong suit throwing the ball. So I'm going to take Georgia in this one.
Yeah, I'm taking Georgia in this one as well, man. I think they're playing pretty good. Did you see Georgia's football? What they what they said up there? Clean, old fashioned hate.
Okay. All right.
These rivalry games, man. I'm taking Georgia in this one as well, man. I think they're good. They're going to do well this week. All right. Next up, Tennessee at Vanderbilt.
Vandy's been having a great season. I'd love to see them get to 7-5. I would absolutely love to see them.
This would be a big upset too, and would really throw a wrench in Tennessee's plans.
Yeah, and Tennessee's beatable. You got to remember, one of Tennessee's losses is to Arkansas. Okay, they are beatable.
This is true. Well, they've lost twice.
Yeah. Well, the other one they lost to Alabama, didn't they? Wasn't it Alabama that beat them?
I believe so.
It was either Alabama or Georgia. It was somebody that I just felt like they didn't have it. They weren't going to win against.
Yeah.
So it was either Alabama or Georgia. I can't remember which, but I think Nico, I think if Nico sticks around another year at Tennessee, that next year he's going to be superb. But he still has moments this year where he looks like a freshman. You know?
Yeah. Well, they got another 5-star stud coming in expecting to play. So,
well, that's the thing, is even when you got a good quarterback, you can't guarantee he's going to be there next year because of the transfer portal and everything. Nico might end up at Alabama next year or somewhere like that.
Oh gosh, don't say things.
I'm just saying, man, that's the kind of stuff that happens in the transfer.
Man, I love Vanderbilt. I've been rooting for them all year.
I love their coach. I love their style of play. I love the fact that they're all bought in. I love the fact that they're the underdog in every game they play in. I like Vandy this year. It's a and they're one of the few SEC schools that I don't hate. I have no hatred for Vanderbilt. You know. Oh wait, that's not true. In baseball, I have hatred for Vanderbilt in baseball. I don't have hatred for Vanderbilt in any other sport.
I think it's because you don't see him as a threat. You know what I
They
mean?
yeah, they haven't won multiple championships. You know, they don't come in and just
Right.
drill
Right.
our ass every time they come into the stadium. So yeah,
True.
and the
True.
one year that Vandy's not on our schedule, it turned out to be the year that you didn't want Vandy on your schedule. Because
Yeah.
I guarantee you, you line up Vandy against Arkansas, Vandy's going to beat the crap out of Arkansas.
With all that being said,
I'm going to take Tennessee.
I'm taking Tennessee. I just think they're going to get it done this week. They got to keep them playoff hopes alive, and I think they're going to be fired up to do it.
This is one of those games where I am taking Tennessee. I am rooting for Vanderbilt. I am rooting for me to lose this pick right here.
Samesies. I'll be rooting for Vanderbilt as well. South Carolina at Clemson, man. Here's a good game right here.
This is a great game. This is a great game.
South Carolina's playing awesome right now, man.
South Carolina's playing really good. Clemson's playing really good right now. I just feel like South Carolina has probably been tested more than Clemson just because of the conference that they're in.
Yeah.
So
Did you see a couple weeks ago the Quinn Ewers text messages that come out?
no.
He's texting some girl. He want to see nudie pics and all kinds of
No.
stuff. And it was a thing. It was a thing. It didn't go. It didn't go anywhere apparently because they stopped talking about it.
Yeah.
But the same thing happened to Clemson's quarterback this week.
These kids have got to stay off social media, man.
Send me a pic. That's what they're saying. They're taking. Send me a pic.
Yeah.
And she's like, it'd be like a blurred out picture, right? And then the next message say, "Take it off." Yeah, it's like there's no. I mean, it's just.
My youth minister at church was talking about this the other day, and I don't have kids, so I never really thought about it. But the teenagers today have different problems than we had when we were teenagers. They have this digital footprint, and something that they post at 16 years old can come back and bite them in the butt when they're 25.
Yeah.
And as a teenager, you have to be so careful about what you put out into the world, because just because you hit that delete little key doesn't mean that it disappears. It's out there somewhere.
Yeah.
And
sure.
I don't know. I'm so glad that I did not grow up in a time with social media, because I wouldn't have done well with it. I would not have done well with it.
I'm gonna take South Carolina in this one.
You know me, man. I'm riding the Cox this week, man. I'm taking the Cox all the way, man.
Get this band again.
The Cox are going to stick it to Clemson right here, man.
Oh boy, here we go. Louisville at Kentucky. Yeah, tough one here.
Not really. I just not impressed with Kentucky at all.
Yeah, but it's Louisville.
Man, their defense was playing lights out at the beginning of the season, and they've just, I don't know. I feel like the Kentucky players have moved on. Most of them are probably thinking about the transfer portal or the combine or something like that. I'm going to go with Louisville in this one, man.
I really want to say something about this podcast, but I'm not going to. I'm gonna
say it, man. Don't hold back.
This Locked On Kentucky podcast, right?
Okay, all right.
Right, there's locked on all different schools,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
they talk about basketball, they talk about football, and
sure. Anything
that's
Kentucky. Yeah,
yeah.
gotcha.
No, 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 no. Kentucky doesn't.
Oh, Kentucky doesn't.
No,
They talk about everybody else.
they talk about basketball.
Oh, that's all they talk about.
That's all they talk about. They don't. Apparently, they don't even have a football team because it never, the couple times they don't have a show where it's like, oh, like I see the headlines for the show. I don't watch their shows, but
Sure, sure,
the
sure.
the title of the show, it's always basketball. They don't ever talk about football, like
Well, their baseball team made the
ever.
made
They don't talk about baseball either.
well
Don't talk
their
about that.
yeah, but their baseball team actually made the regionals last year. They didn't talk about that.
We don't talk about those other shit sports.
They talk about basketball. That's all they talk
That's
about.
it. That's all they talk. That's all that matters.
Well,
That's all that matters
honestly,
here.
honestly though, Big, it shouldn't surprise you though, because when I say Kentucky, do you think about football? Do you think about baseball?
I can't say what I think of, but I don't
They're
think they,
they're a basketball school, are they not?
they are. They are for sure. I'm just
Yes.
saying there's other athletes at your school
Yeah.
that you could talk about, that you could bring up, that you
Sure,
could bring
sure,
a light on.
sure.
I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying.
Well, they're pinning all their hopes to one sport.
Mhm.
Okay. They're pinning all their hopes and dreams and aspirations to one sport.
And I get that your
Can
football
you
team's not very
imagine?
good. I
Can
mean, I
you
get that.
can you imagine being the head coach for the Kentucky Wildcats and you've got like you already have pressure on you because you're the head coach of the basketball team. But now your football team sucks. Nobody talks about your baseball team. You're at a basketball school. Basketball is all they talk. I feel bad for Mark Pope because if he runs into a part of this season where he struggles, say they got a 3-4 game stretch where they struggle, you're going to see fans turn on him so quick.
Yeah, I
So,
know. I know. Right now, they're national champions. If you ask them
mm,
right now, so
I know, man, but
they're going undefeated. They're going
I,
undefeated.
they're not going to go undefeated. All right. They
No,
play in too tough of a conference. You got Auburn in there. You've got LSU in there. You've got
Alabama,
Alabama. You've got
Florida.
even Vandy's usually good in basketball. I
They
mean,
are this year too.
it's going to be tough. You got us. I mean, we.
Yep.
I'm not saying we're going to be top of the league, but we ain't going to be the bottom of the league. I can guarantee you that.
We're not going to be
So
a pushover.
we're not going to be a pushover. I don't know if there's not too many games in the SEC that are easy games, easy out.
LSU and Oklahoma probably going to be at the bottom,
You
and
don't think?
Oklahoma is not that bad. They're pretty
Yeah,
good.
that's what I'm saying though. Even the bottom of the SEC is going to be you can't take them lightly. You know
Mm.
what I mean? Because they'll come in and beat you.
Okay, we got to get back on topic
Sorry.
here.
Sorry.
All right, Louisville at Kentucky. Did we pick this one?
I'm going Louisville. I don't know about you.
I'm going Louisville as well. All right, Arkansas at Missouri. Dude,
Okay,
did you see this
Missouri's.
thing about Drink? Did you see this thing about him this week?
Uh-uh.
So they were playing Mississippi State. They got it down on the goal line at the end of the game. They could punch it in and score again if they wanted to, but they're taking a knee or whatever.
Okay.
Drink's over on the sideline yelling at Mississippi State, "Shut the F up, or I'm going to score again. Shut the F up, or I'm going to score again." And just the way it came off, bro, I just can't stand that guy. I couldn't stand him before, but now he's so awkward. He's like that creepy uncle or something that you just can't get away from. You know what I mean? Like he's just creepy. I don't like him.
I didn't see the incident that you're talking about, but I always thought that it was
And it was Mississippi State too. Like they're 0-7, right?
and that's kind of my
That's
point.
that's the team you're going to yell at. You know what I mean? Like kick them
I
while they're
mean,
down. You know?
it probably ticks you off more to have a team like that talking trash to you than a team that's really good. Because you're beating the tar out of Mississippi State, and I
I guess
it's one of the things I dislike about uh,
I can't stand it.
football. It's one of the things I dislike about football is you're getting beat 21-0, and then your defensive player comes through and gets a sack on the quarterback, and he has to get up and do some sort of dance or something. You're losing 21-0.
Yeah.
How about you hold off on the dance? Okay.
Anyway,
So did he score on him again?
no, no, he didn't. But he was a real horse, horse's patootie. And this makes me want to win this game so much more. I want Arkansas to just win this game. And dad gum 'em, they're probably not going to.
I'm going to take the Hogs in this one. We're going to end up 7-5, which is way better than what anybody gave Pittman credit for at the beginning of the year. We're
True.
gonna put our fourth loss on Missouri. Missouri has beat us, I think, the last 6 times we played them for the boot, or not the
Mm,
boot, the Battle Line Trophy. The boot is
yeah.
with LSU. So we're due, man. We're due. I think the kids have got something to play for. A better bowl. You know what I mean? Uh, they got a trophy to play for. I think they want to end the season strong. Um,
All
and
right.
I think Missouri, even though they're 8-3, they've struggled their last few ball games. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
I'm gonna take the Hogs in an upset here. We finish off the year beating number 23. That'd be a good way to end the year right there.
Yeah. I'm gonna take Arkansas just because I want them to win
You
so freaking bad.
you're such a homer.
I
Such a
am a
homer.
homer. I am
I
a
like
homer.
it. I like it. I think
All right.
it's a good game to end on.
Next game up, we got Auburn or Alabama at Auburn.
Mm.
Hmm.
Mm. I'm
Take Alabama in this one.
I'm going to take Bama in this one. I really want Auburn to win this ball game, uh, but I'm going to take Alabama in this one.
Yeah, I think they'll win this one too.
Auburn they're a lot like Arkansas. They find ways to lose ball games, and I feel like even if they get up on Alabama, that I won't be that there's no reason to be comfortable because Auburn has given ball games away this year. And
Yeah,
Auburn's a lot like Arkansas too, in the fact that the games that they've won, they've held on to the football. The games that they've lost, they've turned the ball over. So if they turn the ball over to Alabama, it's not even going to be a contest. But if they can
yeah,
play a clean game, if they can go, penalty free and not, or very little penalties and hold on to the football and use your running back, run the football. And
yeah,
I think Auburn could upset them, but
yeah.
I'm still taking Alabama in this ball game, though.
Taking Bama.
Yeah,
I think they destroy them.
it's possible. It is. Auburn's one of those teams like if that they're either gonna hang with you and barely beat you at the end, or you're gonna beat the living piss out of them. One or the other.
Yep. All right. Let's see what we got next. Oklahoma at LSU.
Okay,
Mm,
I
mm,
think OU can win this ball game. Okay, they have to
mm.
run the ball.
They
They
ran
have
the crap out of it the other day.
got to run the ball. LSU is one of the worst SEC teams against the run. You have got to run the football. But I'm going to take Oklahoma in this one.
What?
I'm taking OU, baby. 6 o'clock. Death Valley at night. OU finishes off the season beating Alabama and LSU. I like it.
Be a good segue into next year.
Be a daggum good segue into next year.
I'm taking Oklahoma. Are you kidding me? I'm not rooting for
You might
anybody else.
you might actually flip a couple of recruits your way if you could finish off the season beating Alabama and LSU.
True.
And and you get to 7-5, which is a decent bowl. It's not what OU is used to, but it's a decent bowl.
Oh yeah, they're not. The OU's not happy. Sooners not happy.
Oh,
Did you
I'm
see what
sure.
I? Did you see what? Did you see what I asked Adam? I asked him how we feeling before the
Yeah,
game started the
yeah,
other day. Oh
yeah.
my
I saw.
gosh, cracked me up, dude.
Mm.
Florida at Florida State.
Yeah, give me the Gators, man.
Yeah, I'll take Florida in this one.
Florida's really turned it around the last couple ball games. Look pretty good. Uh, Napier probably gets to keep his job.
Yep.
You can't. I don't know if you can say that about the Florida State coach. He might be out the door.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I'm taking Florida in this one too for sure. All right. Now we got Texas at Texas A&M. This is the big one, man. This is probably going to decide who goes to the title game. And whoops, lost my spot there. Texas A&M needs to bounce back here. They need this one bad, and Texas is trying to keep that top seeding, man. What you think? Who you think's going to win? Lone Star Showdown.
I'm going to take Texas in this ball game, man. A&M just got beat by Auburn. They were looking forward to this ball game. I think yours Quinn, whatever his name is.
Quinn.
I think he wins this ball game, and then girls are sending him nudie pics left and right. He's just getting nudie pic right after nudie pic, man. And I just don't.
See.
I think Texas. I'll give you a hot take right now. Okay, here's my hot take. Texas does not win the SEC championship. Okay. They go to the championship game at 10-1, and then whoever they face ends up beating them. And then we got a mess in the SEC. And then the 4-loss Alabama team makes the playoff.
Yeah, I'm taking Texas in this one as well, man. I think the Longhorns are going to get it. That's it for our SEC picks. Here's your brand new AP top 25 poll, just for your quick reference. And now let's make our top 12 playoff rankings if the season were to end today.
Oh.
And I don't think I want to change anything. Let me make sure right quick. I think this is what I want to keep.
All right, man.
All right, hit me with your 4 conference winners, 1 through 4.
1 through 4, man. We got Oregon, Texas, Arizona State, SMU.
Same 4 I've got. I just got SMU and Arizona State flipped.
All right.
Same 4 for me.
The only reason I put ASU above SMU is I just think they're in a better conference. I think the Big 12 is better. That's the only reason. Or isn't it the Big 12?
Yeah, SMU's ACC, I believe.
Yeah. I just think, yeah.
I think that's right. All right, and then your 4 teams that are going to host a game. So number 5 through 8.
My 4 teams hosting are OSU.
Okay.
BYU.
Really?
Yeah.
You're going to keep BYU in there, 2 losses.
Well, I mean, yeah. Yeah, I think
Okay.
so. I
All
think
right.
so. Because I got 4 teams in from the Big Ten,
Okay.
and then Georgia, and then Notre Dame.
Hang on a second. Wife's trying to call me. We ran over past time. She does not used to this. Who you say? You said Ohio State, BYU, number 7
Uh-huh.
is
No, number 7 is Georgia, and number
Georgia,
8 is Notre Dame.
Notre Dame. Okay. I've got Ohio State, Penn State, Notre Dame, and Miami.
Okay, all right, I'm all right with that.
All right. And then 9 through 12.
9 through 12, I got Penn State, Miami,
All right.
Tennessee,
Okay.
and Indiana.
Indiana. Okay. We're very close here. Very close. I have Indiana, Georgia, Tennessee, Boise State.
So the only team that we have different is you have Boise State in, and I have BYU in, or not? Yeah, BYU in.
I believe so. Yeah, because we both got Georgia, both got Tennessee, Indiana, Miami. Yep. Yep.
All right.
That's really the only two. And I got them Boise's 12th. You got BY 6th. BYU 6th.
Yeah, I think
I don't think BYU gets in now.
because of 2 losses.
Yeah, I don't think because I don't think they're even going to play for the.
Yeah,
They got 2 losses, and they're not going to play for the conference title.
but you got to remember that might actually work in your favor because when those 2 teams play for the championship, one of those teams is going to end up with another loss, and you're not going to have that loss. So I don't know. You're going to end up with a 2-loss BYU team and a 3-loss team that comes out of the championship game. The 3-loss team is probably not going to get in, and they'll let in the 2-loss team. So I really feel like BYU still got a path. I think that's why Indiana still got a path.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. We'll see. Conference championships are going to decide a lot.
Yeah, they are. All right. That's all our picks. That's our top 12 playoff teams. That's all the football that we got. And one more thing to say. I just want to say happy Thanksgiving. And on Thanksgiving, I'm going to be at the Arkansas Illinois game.
This is going to be a heck of a ball game right here, man. This
Should be
is
good.
going to be good. I think this is me personally, and I'm a professional mailman. I am not a professional picker. Okay. But I feel like I've watched both these teams play. I've watched Illinois play 3 ball games. I've watched all of Arkansas's games. Illinois can score, but
Yes,
I
they
don't
can.
feel like they play the kind of defense we play. I feel like we play some very tenacious defense, and I think it's going to end up helping us in this ball game.
I think if we don't get too wore out, if we can keep our conditioning through the whole game, I think we'll be all right.
Well, they never looked tired to me last night. I realized they were playing Maryland Eastern or somebody Eastern Maryland or somebody like that.
Yep.
But they went on a 40-8 run in the first half, and then they went on like a 39-9 run in the second half. And everybody, it was nice to see RJ finally get some shots to go down. Nelly got a couple of shots to go down. Brazil had a dunk that I didn't think there was any way in the world he was coming down with it, and he came down with it.
Yeah, DJ has a good game.
Adu did not play. I really feel like he needs to play against Illinois, but I don't know if he's ready yet or not.
I don't either. They're saying it's possible, but I mean, how what kind of shape's he going to be in? You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I don't want to put him out there to get him hurt or for him to go in there and be so out of shape that he like does nothing but commit fouls or something like that.
Yep.
So I
Anyway,
don't I don't know. I think it's going to be a fun ball game. I think it possibly could be an overtime or a buzzer beater game. I'm hoping not. I'm hoping we just put a throttling on them. That would be sweet.
I'm hoping for a good game, but I'm hoping for a win since I'm going up there. I'm driving all the way up there. I'm a lot closer than I thought I was, by the
Yeah,
way.
you're only like what, 3 hours?
2.
Really?
Yeah.
Gee.
2
Well, let
to
me
to
tell you something. If they had Texas laws like that in Missouri, you'd be there in like an hour. An hour.
Yeah, well, we're going to go check it out. So, anyway, and then No Shave November. Don't forget, people. I'm getting pretty hairy, man. Getting pretty hairy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing the No Shave November. Try to raise awareness for prostate cancer. If you have not got yourself checked out, go get checked out. Uh,
Yeah, ladies, badger your man to get this done. Okay. I mean, just badger him, badger him, badger him. He needs to get this done.
yep,
And
it's important, guys. It's important, guys, because this is very prevalent. And
number one cancer killer among men is the prostate cancer.
yeah,
I do believe it's the one that took down Patrick Swayze. I think Patrick Swayze actually died from prostate cancer.
well, it
And if
took
you,
down my dad, and he's the toughest man I ever knew. So
yeah,
there you go.
if you can take down Dalton from Roadhouse, I mean, you're pretty tough, man. So let's go get checked out. Uh, if you got a buddy who, he's worried that he's going to get the old finger or whatever, you can ease his mind. It's a home test.
Yeah,
You can send it off. They analyze it. If there's something comes back hinky about it, something weird, then you got to go in for more invasive test. But the initial test is not that hard. No
yeah.
reason to avoid it. Just go ahead and get it done. And the
Well, I don't
sooner
know
they
about the
catch,
prostate, but they can do your colon. I don't know if it. I don't know about your I don't know about all the rules with the prostate.
well,
They can check
we're
your
gonna
colon.
we're gonna check the colon, and then your prostate's around that. So whatever.
I would think they would know something. Yeah.
And then the earlier they catch it, the better. Okay.
Absolutely.
So get it done. Get it done quick.
Absolutely.
And then before we leave, we want to talk about mental health. Check out your mental health. Thanksgiving's coming up. A lot of people. All right, 988. You can
Yep.
pause. Use the QR code. They'll give you all kinds of information. Holidays are tough on people. People have loved ones that aren't here anymore and they get depressed, or maybe they have no loved ones at all and they get depressed. I think it would be depressing to spend Thanksgiving by myself. So, matter of fact, I did one year. One year I got laid over in North Carolina on Thanksgiving Day. Got laid over pulling a truck. I was supposed to be home by Thanksgiving. They didn't get me home. I was laid over in a truck stop in North Carolina. I think I had a Subway foot long for my dinner. I think I got a turkey one though. Had me a Subway sandwich for my Thanksgiving dinner. Most depressing Thanksgiving I ever had in my life. Okay. So
Well, you
think
and I
about
spent a Christmas in Colorado, snowed in too. So
about 8 foot of snow. It was something else now.
Anyway,
It's just think about people that don't have anybody. Think about those less fortunate than yourselves. It's Thanksgiving. Think about it, people. You're giving thanks. You're giving thanks for all the things that you're appreciative of.
yeah.
So try to reach out to people. Maybe invite them to Thanksgiving dinner or something like that. You might regret it. You might not. Who knows?
You might make a friend.
Might make a friend. Might make an
Yeah.
enemy. Who knows?
Well, we appreciate everybody that's followed along with us, still watching or still listening. Again, hit that like and share, subscribe buttons for us.
Join the
Check,
Discord.
check the description for a link to the Discord. Join it, jump in there with us, and let's start chatting it up and growing that into something. And dude, happy Thanksgiving, happy Turkey Day.
I got to talking to you, and I didn't get to see the end of the ball game. Who ended up winning?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I didn't see it either. So
All right.
I'll check some scores in a minute here. Anyway, have a good evening, dude. Lots of good basketball on, so I'll probably be watching some of it. So I'll be in the Discord if anybody wants to join in. We'll be in there tonight.
Think we're doing a show tomorrow, or that's kind of the temporary plan right now to do a show tomorrow, and then we'll probably be off until next week.
Monday, yeah.
We'll start back up on Monday, go back to our regularly scheduled program. So
Monday through Friday at 4:00.
And Monday's show next week is going to be huge because we're going to have all the stuff over Thanksgiving, all the stuff over the weekend. So tune in for that one because we're going to be all over the place on that one.
Yeah.
If the Hogs beat Illinois, that might be the only thing we talk about.
Yeah.
If the Hogs beat Illinois and beat Missouri in football, we really will. And we may have an all Arkansas broadcast. Who knows?
Wow, that would be some weekend right there.
I got to thinking about it the other day. How cool would it be? Because ASU is having a really good year this year, or a good year for ASU. So how cool would it be to see ASU and Arkansas end up in a bowl against each other? I don't know if the higher ups would do something like that, but I think it would be a heck of a draw, especially if you put them somewhere close, like the Liberty Bowl or the Independence Bowl.
Put them in Memphis.
Memphis or Shreveport. I see fans traveling for that one.
Yeah, man. I'd hate that one because I don't know if they'd win, and that'd be a bad look. That'd be a real bad look. My turn.
You win either way. Arkansas wins either way.
Hogs don't win. If they lose a lot.
I don't think they lose a lot. That's always been the argument about not facing ASU. Oh, we run the potential of losing this. I'm sorry, but a kid who wants to play in the SEC is not going to switch over and play in the Sun Belt just because Arkansas got beat by ASU. It don't happen like that. They might go to a different SEC school, but if you got the choice of playing in the SEC or the Sun Belt, I mean, come on, man, you're gonna play in the SEC.
All right. Well, I'm gonna get out of here and go get ready because the wife's on her way home, and I will catch you later. Talk to you in the Discord. All right.
I'll try my best, brother. I'll try my best.
All right. You better. All right. Talk to you later. Peace out.
Thanks for watching our show. Remember to subscribe for more shows on the network. Smash the like button, share, and comment.